Crooks lives alone in a room in the barn with his books and personal possessions. It's a Saturday night, and most of the men are in town. Lennie appears in the doorway, and Crooks tells him he has no right to be in his room. Lennie explains that he just wants to look at his puppy, and Crooks lets him sit on a keg. He asks Lennie what he would do if something were to happen to George. This scares Lennie, and he gets mad at Crooks for supposing George might get hurt. Crooks says he didn't mean to scare him. He settles down and tells Crooks about their dream. Crooks claims many migrant workers have a similar dream, but they never come true. Candy comes into the room and says he's figured out how to make money raising rabbits. Crooks again reasserts that many have a similar dream, but most burn all their money in whorehouses and gambling. Candy says this time will be different, as they already have a good amount of money saved up. Crooks is surprised they have some money and asks if he can do some odd jobs at their farm. Curley's wife comes in looking for Curley, and Candy and Crooks try to get her to leave. She then complains about her husband and not having anything to do on a Saturday. Lennie seems fascinated by her, but Candy gets angry, telling her that they're going to get a place of their own. She says they'll waste their money. Curley's wife then asks Lennie about the bruises on his face, and he replies by talking about tending rabbits. She starts flirting with him, and Crooks tells her she has no right being in a black man's room. Candy hears the men coming back from town, and as Curley's wife leaves, she tells Lennie she's glad he broke her husband's hand. George comes in and scolds Candy for blabbing about their plans. Crooks tells Candy to forget about his request for work. Lennie, Candy, and George leave Crooks alone in the room. Steinbeck again emphasizes the theme of loneliness and friendship, depicting Crooks as a lonely man who cannot live with the others because he is black. Crooks carries a prideful bitterness and does not take anything from anyone. However, his need for friendship prompts him to ask if he can work on the future farm. The idea of being an outsider is presented in this chapter. Candy is a cripple. Crooks is black. Curley's wife is a woman, and Lennie is mentally disabled. Lastly, Steinbeck returns to the theme of entrapment by adding social and psychological elements. The ranch acts as a microcosm of society in general, ruled by powerful men who cast out subordinates when they are no longer useful. If those subordinates want to break away, they face many obstacles, such as low pay, difficult bosses, and a lack of sympathy and understanding from others. Most, under the pressure, self-destruct, spending all their money on prostitutes, drinking, and gambling.